you would like to know this morning what got me into becoming a guide. Now, I was very fortunate, as the holiday that I did as a kid was safari holiday. So we would go to the Kruger National Park at least once a year, normally during our summer Christmas holidays for about 2 weeks. But then we also used to go to a variety of private smaller game reserves within the Eastern Cape of South Africa. And we do that a couple of times a year. So naturally, I just absolutely loved the bush. I was always outside. Very rarely did I come inside. The only time I think I was actually allowed inside was when it was raining. And otherwise my parents would boot me out all the time, and that was okay. I played with the chickens. I made friends with all the insects, and of course I had lots of dogs growing up, so I used to run around like a hooligan with them, stirring them up through the water on the trampolines. And then when it came to sort of choosing a career, I really wanted to study equine dentistry, which is to be a horse dentist, because I rode horses, and I thought that there's a serious need, the specialist qualification. And here in South Africa, you can't study to be an equine dentist. You have to go to one of the 4 places in the world, so either Australia, the UK, Germany, or in the States, you can study to be an equine dentist. And because I'm an Australian citizen, I thought that would be perfect. I could go back there and study. And then I got the opportunity to join the bush. I forgot how much I loved being outdoors, and I hadn't quite realized how much I enjoyed working with people. So I went off and I threw the idea of becoming an equine dentist away, and I went and studied to be a ranger. So I went to one of these training schools and started off, and then I ended up getting a job just down the road at a beautiful reserve, and I worked there for 3 years. Almost just shy of 3 years, a couple of months shy of 3 years. And then I didn't leave. I just said to my dad, I said, Dad, it'll just be for a couple of years. I'll just make some money and I will gain some life experience, because I was obviously very young at 19. And well, I'm still here at 24. I haven't left, and I have no desire to leave, of course. Hello, Egyptian Goose. And it's just an incredible career. And like I said, I really learned how much I enjoyed being with people, being outdoors, and of course the most important thing, educating. And well, now we're doing something a little bit different. It's probably the best job in the world. It's not for everybody. When you're guiding, you work really long hours, and unfortunately you can miss out on birthdays and weddings and births and funerals and all these things. But that's sort of the sacrifice that you do make to work out in the bush. And you know what? For me, it has been incredible. I can't live in the concrete jungle with all the pollution and all the noise, the constant buzz of the traffic, the police sirens, the ambulances, you name it, the hooters, babies crying. I much prefer hearing the lions roar as I close my eyes and drift off in Julala land. That suits me much better. And of course, I think this Egyptian goose thinks exactly that. Isn't that wonderful? Looks like it's balancing on one leg. What are you doing flying from perch to perch? Obviously, you can't get comfortable. They've got quite big feet.